10 o'clock, we're going to call to order the very first General Government Committee for January 7th, 2019 meeting. Next up, we need approval of our agenda as presented. Have a motion and support. All in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, the same. Passes unanimously. Thank you. This will be followed by item 3, public comment. Is there any public comment? Brad? No? Okay. No public comment. We'll go on to item 4, our committee minutes from the last Personnel and Finance meeting from December 10th, 2018. We have a motion and support. All in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, the same. Passes unanimous. We'll go to 4B, Parks Department. Kyle? This will be concerning the purchase of a work truck for the parks maintenance staff.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Anything
Kyle.
you'd like to add on this or explain?
Basically, we're just adding some, we've got increased levels of maintenance due to the parks millage, something we talked about a lot during the millage campaign. So we'll have increased bodies this year, and we just need a way to move them around. So this is a reflectant of our 2019 operating budget that has increased maintenance, and it's a planned capital expense for this year.
Is this four-wheel drive?
Yes.
Any questions, discussion, board? This is through my deal at a cost of $32,103.23. There's no discussion. Need a motion and support?
So moved.
You have a motion and support. All in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, the same. Thank you.
This is,
Kyle? Pardon me?
was how much?
32,000. It didn't say it went to the full board.
No, it doesn't. You're proving it
Yeah.
here.
Next up, item C, Parks, Cascades Roofing Replacement Project.
Yeah, we're looking to replace the 2 roofs at the Cascades. There's 2 buildings there that house our restrooms, admissions, concessions, and our museum in the control room for the falls. They're reached their useful life, basically. We've had some significant leaking over the last recent years. They're a flat roof design, so we're looking to replace them with a pitched roof design. We've got $80,000 from a private donor to put towards this, and the remaining dollars come from our capital improvement funds.
Discussion, board? Total cost is $117,500, but it would be offset by $80,000 a donation. There's no questions or discussion. I need a motion and support.
So moved.
We have a motion and support. All in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, the same. Thank you. Next up, we are at D, 4D, Grandstands American Disability Act ramp for the seating area.
Yeah, so the grandstands at the fairgrounds are not currently ADA compliant. The county received a grant to bring them into compliance. This would increase our accessible seating, improve the sight lines, and provide a safe location for accessible seating. We received 2 bids from 2 of the top companies that do work like this, and we're recommending the lower bid.
Discussion. Yes, sir.
The first row, it's 4 feet.
Thank you.
I also have a question. I see the contractor is from Kentucky. Is this a specialized work, or is it because of the age of the grandstands or the Disability Act ramp? Why was it nobody local bidding?
Yeah, there's basically 2 companies in the country that provide these type of products. So the one from Kentucky was a lower bid.
Wow. Is it, why? I mean,
There's lots of installers, but the installers will just be buying it from those companies. They're the only manufacturers. There's 2 of them in the Midwest that are the
okay. All right, I just thought that was kind of odd. Any further discussion? If not, I need a motion and support.
So moved.
Do we have a motion and support? All in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, the same. Thank you. Next up, one more parks item. This is the pumps for the Cascade Fall.
So there's three main pools at the Cascade Falls, and there's a pump in each pool that operates the vertical spray fountains. Late last summer, the pump for the middle pool failed, and the vertical spray fountains didn't work the last month or so. It's an original pump, so they're around 87 years old. So we'd like to replace all three pumps. The one that failed, then the other remaining two are struggling, and they're not far behind it, basically. So for efficiency, we'd just like to do all three of them. We do have funds at the Community Foundation to cover these repairs.
Discussion. No discussion, I need a motion and support. We have our motion and support. All in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, the same. Thank you, Board. Thank you, Kyle.
Okay, thank you.
Next up, we have our finance report. Lily? Cecilia. Welcome, Cecilia.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So I'm here to present for the November 2018 financial statements. The year-to-date budget benchmark for November is 91.7%, and that represents 11 months of the 12-month budget. Our year-to-date expenditure percent is 91.6%, which is below the benchmark. Our year-to-date three-year expenditure average is 90.8%. So that is higher than our three-year average, but it is below our budget benchmark, so, for our expenditures. For our revenue, our year-to-date revenue percent total was 88.7%, and the year-to-date three-year average is 90.7%, which is below our benchmark. But looking at last year's November 2017 financial statements, it's very similar statistic-wise. So it is pretty much what we would be expecting for our revenues.
Very consistent.
All right, and then on page 6, if, just bring your attention to our pension, for our pension bonds. We still have an unrealized gain loss of $3.2 million. And it's just something that we're going to have to be watching and because regarding the pension bonds. So, are there any questions regarding our financial statements?
Well, it's my belief there's nothing that we can do
No, it's not. It's
on
just
the
something
pension
we're.
bond. Yeah.
It has to do with the market, and it's just something we're watching. So, something to make sure you're aware of.
Yes, thank you. Questions, Board?
Yes.
Dr. Tompkins?
So I understand that with the market going down 1,500 points or whatever, okay, that, everybody's lost and so on. When the market was up, 6 or 8 weeks ago, were you in the red or black then?
We had some gains, yep, and we've lost all of our gains.
Okay, thank you.
To make commissioners aware, the pension board is also keeping track of this on a monthly basis, and we were in the black for 9 out of 12 months last year with this particular part of the fund. Overall, the pension fund, while the two, we've kept them separate, the previous fund that we operated and then the additional monies, and this is the additional monies that is showing this downturn. And again, just so everyone's aware, we are keeping track of this.
Any other questions I can help with? Welcome.
Good morning. After reviewing the 911 director's position description as a result of the changes that were made in September with the change of administrative oversight that went into effect November 30th. Jason does have some additional duties that weren't previously in his realm of job description. So we are recommending that he be reclassified. It is a one-step, one grade higher. One grade, not one step. So HR has had an opportunity to review it and is supportive of the reclassification with not including fringe benefits. It's approximately slightly over $5,000 per year in salary. Again, not including fringe benefits, but we would recommend at this time to reclassify him from an N to an O level position.
Thank you, Deborah. Questions, board? I guess I have one. Was this anticipated, a step or a grade or two up, probably?
Yeah, some of the duties that he wasn't previously doing were done either by the undersheriff or the sheriff's executive assistant, such as payroll, budgeting, financial components. They have revenue coming in from phone companies in the state and such like that, so he's actually doing the financial component of those types of things that were previously done in administration in the sheriff department, so he's taken over some of those duties.
So do those revenues coming in, are they still going to the sheriff's office, or do they follow the 911 center?
No, they've always gone to 911 because they're specifically earmarked. It's the fees that are assessed by the phone companies, those checks that come in, those were previously taken care of by the undersheriff, but now Jason does that. Like I said, payroll, budgeting, those types of previously administrative duties that were done by somebody other than Jason, he has now taken over those components. But the funding hasn't changed, so that money still does go to 911.
Okay, thank you. Any further questions or discussion, board? We need to send this on to the full board, so I need a motion and support. We have a motion and support. All in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, the same. Passes unanimously. Thank you. Now we'll go on to item H. Administrator, Controller is the updating and revision of policy number 4080, order of secession.
The changes there are highlighted. I assume everyone's had opportunity. Pretty straightforward, just changing the name.
Changing the name of the committee they served on.
We are going through and reviewing other policies that need the changes reflected based on committee changes, the names of the committees. So you'll be seeing more of these probably.
Okay, we need a motion, and if there's no more discussion, we need a motion and support to send us on. Okay, we have a motion and support. All in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, the same. Passes unanimously. Item 4I, another policy change, revision, credit card policy, number 5190.
Well, we can both chime in, Deborah, but as you can see, it's color-coded there as far as what the changes were. Underlined is new stuff. Although the one there should say shall, it says should. What is that? That would be, what is that, 3 monthly statements together with the required support. It says should be sent to the finance department. I think they shall be sent to the finance department is appropriate to make that change, though. Otherwise, Deborah, you have anything to add?
Can we approve this based upon the change, or do we need to change this in the back?
Just like that.
Okay. I need a motion and support to approve this revision with the change of should to shall. Do we have a motion and support? All in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, the same. Thank you, board. Get back on the right page. Okay, we're moving on to item 5, other business. The claims. I assume everybody's reviewed the claims, signed off on them. Okay, we got a motion to pay the bills. Need a support? Okay, I didn't hear that. We have motion support to pay the claims. All in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, the same. Thank you, Board. I didn't see any other minutes. You have item C, the February reporting schedule, so we know what to expect. That'll move us on to item 6, public comment. Brad, nothing? No? He's noisy back there. Committee member comments? No committee member comments. Other than that, meeting will be adjourned. Thank you, Board.